Welcome back, family, friends, and fans. It's Karma lately. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'm a little sad because I lost about an hour worth of footage that I wanted to share with you guys. And so the last 10 minutes of this video will be a video from that footage. Today, I'm just going to redo what I did. So the whole goal of this video that continues from the previous one that I just did, which was the Draw With Me sketch. It was the sketch of a horse, and I wanted to show you guys what I did with the sketch itself. And I'm going to do another quick sketch drawing. This time I'm going to be using chalk, and I'm going to do it really quickly. And I want, if anything, if I don't do it fast enough, then I'll probably decide to fast forward this. Just going to get some paper, and I have a recycled jewelry box here. I'm gonna get some paper. This is legal size paper. It's 8.5 by 14 inches. And I've got chalk here, and so I'm gonna do a sketch, and that's all I'm using from that. Maybe later I'll do some distress ink. Let me just make sure the camera is close enough for you guys to see what I'm doing. And I'm kind of working on a diagonal, so it's a little difficult. I'm going to tilt it a little bit for myself. Just so that I can see what I'm doing here. And I just realized that I did it on the wrong side. I would have wanted to do it on this side. Jesus. Alright, let me think. Because I mean, every project I do, I don't know, part of it I think has to do with me being impulsive, and another part of it has to do with just the fact that every time you do a project, there's going to be mistakes. So now the front cover, what I would have wanted to be in the front is actually on the back, and that's not what I wanted. So what am I going to do? I'm not sure. Right now, we're going to spray a little bit of hairspray, even though I don't usually do this, but chalk is actually really difficult to, it always smudges. And the reason I left this bottom piece not filled in is because I'm going to be folding this in. So I don't want that to, I didn't need that to be painted. And the top part is going to be folded in as well. So now I can Okay, so now I do have to figure out what I'm gonna do. We're gonna take the sewing machine. So the point of this whole video is so that you can have another sewing machine project. You can make your books just with your sewing machine. Instead of using glue or waxed linen, you can actually make your book with your sewing machine. And that makes it a lot easier to so I get different projects in and make gifts and that kind of thing. Wrinkle here on the top. That's gonna probably drive me crazy. So, a couple of ways I can remedy this. Or I can just leave it alone and see what comes of it. We're gonna leave it alone. Okay? Now we're gonna get a back cover now. Like the other one, the back cover is, this is the project. The back cover is sheet music. So we're going to do that here as well. We're going to make the back cover sheet music. Now I have to decide what size I want the book to be. I want to get my signatures ready because I don't want to do anything if I don't know what size my pages are going to be. So, signatures are sections of, every book has signatures. Now, some books might have just one big signature, which means a collection of pages all together. They might be sewn in, they might be glued. Then there's books that have separate signatures. Something like this, where each section has a certain amount of pages. And so in this case, one signature is 5 pages long. It has a 5-page count, so there's 5 in here, and I folded them. Like I said, this paper is legal paper, it's 8.5 by 14, and so that's the measurement. I'm going to show you how I make a signature really quickly. I'm going to take 5 pages for one signature.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you can do as little or as many. You can do a 2-page signature. You can do, I don't know if 1 page would be considered a signature because it should be a collection, but I guess 2 or more of however many pages you want. As long as it fits inside of your book cover, then the sky's the limit, right? So each signature, so in this case we got our 5. I don't have my bone folder anywhere near me, so I'm going to just use my ruler right now.
Now I don't know if I'm going to be using 5. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 signatures, or if I'm going to be using 4. Let's start with 4 and let me see how it works. So technically it fits nicely. And now I almost don't want to fold this in so much. I guess I'll fold it in very little. I saved the backs of the scrapbook pads. They make for some really great cardboard and for some really great paperbacks. So I just want to see this one will only be good for one, and this one will be good for one. Okay, so I'm gonna put creases on the corners here so I can know where the spine is going to be. And it's looking like the spine is gonna be right there. I'm gonna mark that. This is going to be my spine. Okay. Alright, so that's my spine. So now I know where I can start the reinforcement. I'm not going to cover it completely. Now I'm going to sew all the way around the book, and then I'm also going to sew here and here. All right, let me walk you through this, guys. So far, this is the front cover, this is the back cover. It's been sewn. Right? We sewed all around. This is one page, this is another page, and we joined them in the middle and then sewed all the way around. Great. Then I just put some lightweight cardboard, so it's very pliable and lovely for a paperback. So I sewed it in here, left the middle part empty for the spine, sewed this back cover as well, and then cut a spine to fit right in the middle because I want it to be easy to open and close. Had I left it all one big cardboard piece, I'd have to fold it and, you know, really press it down and try to make it pliable, and then it'll probably stick up, and I don't want that. I just want it to lay down nicely. So now we're going to take our signatures, and I'm just going to take out 3 for now because I don't know how many are going to actually fit, and I'm going to mark where I can put them. Oh, I think I can fit 4. At least 4. Comfortably 4. I don't know if you guys can see that. Have to cover it now. So now I can use my pretty paper. I have lots of pretty paper. I just have to see. I don't know if I'll be able to use it. Oh, actually I could. Perfect. All right. Now I'm gonna secure this again all the way around like that. This time I'm gonna work looking at the front. A, because my top thread is green and I want the green to show, and B, I want to make sure that I'm not making weird lines more than I've already done so. Now what I have to make sure of is the spine, which is here. And which is here. That's giving us the capacity to hold our signatures. And I'm going to finish this part off. I thought I'd be folding it over a whole lot more. Originally I was going to, but that's okay. I was going to sew this down. If I sew this down here and I follow this line, I'm cutting right in the middle of my sketch. So instead, we're gonna leave this as an inside pocket for the book, which I love pockets. I love including pockets, and we can do that instead because I don't want to destroy the front and back covers. Now I'm going to do some measuring. So I'm actually eyeballing for my signatures. I might be able to fit in a fifth. Let's just see how this pans out. Let's see how much my bobbin has. I think I need to refill my. So now I'm going to align this on the line that I made there on the spine. It's not bad. And we're gonna do that for every single signature. Hopefully. Okay, next signature goes. The lines are coming out straight, but I just realized that I made another detrimental mistake, and that is that when you're sewing on paper, you never want to do small stitches. So I'm actually going to opt for the highest we can go, which is 5. You never, ever, ever want to stitch in tiny like stitches, because it's gonna tear it's gonna be a lot easier for the paper to tear. This one was a little curved, so it kind of went into the other signature part. So let's see how that turns out in the end. We're gonna do one more signature, although I don't know. Something tells me that I could fit a 5th signature in here. And so if we have the 4 signatures, 4 times 5 is 20, and front and back it's 40, so you basically have 40 pages to work with. And that's how you, if you were to sell like journals and stuff, you would sell it as having, this one I have to fold a little weirdly because of how uneven that stitch was. I don't want the pages to be deformed. So yeah, you would sell it by saying, okay, so it's 40 pages. It's 40 pages because it's front and back. Or you could say 20 pages, 40 front and back, however. So here goes the next signature. Now let's see if I have room for a fifth. No, it would be cutting it close. 4 signatures is it. So now I'm just gonna press them down both ways.
So that way, with this kind of stitching, the pages are going to lay nice and flat for you. And that's important.
For the rest of this book, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to show you shortly with the last clip, with the clip from the last book. You're going to see how I did that with this one, because I'm sorry that I lost all the footage and now, but yeah, this is, so see how the pages lay nice and flat for you. Pages lay super flat. And that's how easy it is to make a book. So now, some people like to keep the fringes on. For the sake of this project, I'm going to cut them off. Some projects, especially like for my junk journals, I like to keep them, to keep all the thread. But it does give it a lot of personality, and it gives it that homemade feel. So it's nice, but we're just gonna take off all the thread. All the thread has got to go now. I hope you guys are enjoying this. This is just an idea for you to do with your sewing machine. Some fun things to do. Maybe there's some birthdays coming up and you're thinking of cool gifts to get instead of ordering. Why don't you make something? A lot of people appreciate homemade gifts, and now people really love everything handmade. And this didn't catch, did it? No, it did not. It did not catch. So let's catch it. That's cool. There's a couple of final touches we can do to the book, to be honest. I know I said let's not use glue, but technically a little Mod Podge on top of the cover will really preserve it for a long time. Now this can be an art journal, this can be a diary. It's a nice soft cover, but it's still strong. You can also put this in your back pocket. You can also iron this just to make everything lay down a little better. Yeah. This is Walnut Stain, Tim Holtz Distress Ink. Walnut Stain. I'm just gonna do a little bit of distressing. It kind of takes away the attention from all my terrible sewing. I want to add another bit of color to this. What if we added a little antique linen? To make that green pop, let's take some shabby shutters and seal it with a green kiss. And then there's just one last thing we should do to do due diligence for this book. We should put some Mod Podge to seal it. And what it's gonna do, oh God, I haven't opened this bad boy in a long time, Jesus. Oh, okay. What this is gonna do is it's gonna give it a little bit of a leathery feel, and I like that. I did get too much, so I'm gonna try to put some of this back. Once this is dry, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I don't know if you can see the glimmer, like a leathery kind of feel. That is why I love. I promise. I know I said I wasn't going to use glue, but at least we did not use the glue to actually bind the book. But I had to put Mod Podge to seal it because look at this. Just like now it feels like a soft leather book. And that's a lot of fun. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me. I'm glad that we were able to do a little art, and I hope that it relaxed you and inspired you. And I did this without glue except for the cover. And now if you don't have Mod Podge at home, I use 3 parts, well 2.5 parts glue, Elmer's glue, and 1 part water when I don't have Mod Podge. But right now I've been using Mod Podge because I don't have time to make everything that I'm using. So I hope you guys liked it. Please comment below, subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.